What's going on, guys? It's Neptune, and today I'm going to be talking about the Loot the Universe event that's going on right now. And basically, if you don't know what the event is, each week it changes to a different planet. This week it's on EDEN-6, and what the event does is basically it cranks the legendary drop rate on whichever planet the event's taking place on. It cranks the legendary drop rate way above normal, makes it kind of ridiculous. But not only that, but each zone, aka the maps within that planet, drop different types of legendaries. So, for example, the events on EDEN-6 this week, Floodmore Basin's dropping legendary pistols and class mods. The Anvil's dropping submachine guns. Jacob's Estate is dropping assault rifles and shields. Voracious Canopy's dropping sniper rifles. The Ambermire is dropping shotguns and grenades. And Black Barrel Cellars is dropping rocket launchers and artifacts. Now, the Floating Tomb is not really a part of this because it's a boss map and there's no enemies besides the boss on it, so it doesn't drop anything in specific. So if you're looking for something specific, then go for one of these 6 maps. Now that you know what's dropping and where on EDEN-6, let's talk about some of the best places to farm. And let's start with Floodmore Basin, so let's get to it. Alright, so this is my top farming run for the Loot the Universe event on Floodmore Basin. So I'd recommend starting in Reliance because Reliance has a catch-a-ride station right next to the fast travel station. So get a car as soon as you spawn in Reliance and follow the red line up to this donut shaped area here, which is the lumberyard. So this area is circled in green. It takes literally like less than 10 seconds to drive from Reliance up to this green circle, which is the lumberyard. Clear out this whole area. There's quite a few bandits in here. A good chance for some badasses and whatnot. And just quickly, if you don't have the Revenge of the Cartel event enabled, you should enable it because it works really well with the Loot the Universe event, because the Cartel event causes a lot of anointed and badass enemies to spawn, which of course drop a lot more legendaries. So if you're trying to get the most bang for your buck, the most legendaries, then make sure you have that event enabled as well while you're doing the Loot the Universe event. But anyways, loot this whole area, kill everyone. There's quite a few bandits here. And then you're going to want to get on the Sky Crane. And you have to do this in a story mission. So you're basically going to be doing the same thing as the story mission. Basically what it is you jump onto either a bunch of logs or a shipping container that are continuously being brought along the Sky Crane. You have to jump onto them. If you miss, just wait a minute. Another one will come around. And you ride it down to the next farming location. And the next farming location can only be reached by the Sky Crane. So to get on the Sky Crane, just you get on it where this yellow dotted line is starting. And then you basically, once you're on it, you ride the Sky Crane along the yellow dotted line down to this location right here. And then you jump off in this next location circled in green right here. You jump off into this area. That's the only way to get into this area. And you have to do this exact, you have to ride the Sky Crane and jump off into this exact area for a story mission. So everyone should be familiar with this, but this area is really good because there's quite a few bandits in here and a mini boss and a really good chance for some badass enemies. So take everyone out in here and then you can hit a switch that will open a gate and you can exit. And then once you exit, you can hook around to the left. It takes 5 seconds once you exit this location to get to the next farming location. So just exit, follow the red line, and hook around to the left to this next location circled in green, which is the next bandit camp. So again, there's quite a few bandits in here. A good chance for some badasses and whatnot. Take everyone out in this area. Loot it up. Once you're done, head back out to the front gate of this bandit camp, and there's a catch-a-ride station right there. Hop in a doom buggy or something and drive on down to this next green circle here, and this is where the Indo Tyrant spawns, that giant saurian that looks like a T-Rex. It's kind of like a little mini boss in this area, so he's not too hard to kill, and he's literally on the way to our next farming location, so you might as well kill him. Again, he spawns in this green circle right here. Once you kill the Indo Tyrant, he's usually good for you for a few legendaries, so you should get some out of him. Get back in your car and drive up and hook around to here. right by these vending machines, and this green circle here is the next farming location, this next bandit camp, and it conveniently has vending machines right there, so you can sell off and ammo up and everything and take out that next bandit camp. And again, quite a few bandits in here. You got a decent shot at getting some legendaries there. And that's actually the last location of this farming run. It's just a nice quick clockwise farming run that hits up all the highest density bandit camps on the map. So these are the best areas for getting the most legendaries, I would say. And it's really nice too, because then you can fast travel right back to Reliance and save and exit the game, re-enter the game, and you can literally just get in a car and it takes 10 seconds to get back to the lumber mill and start the farm again. So it's a pretty quick farm. It's really convenient. And those are the best main areas, I would say, for getting the most legendaries. But if you're interested in getting even more farming spots on this map, I would recommend 2 bonus locations. Number 1 would be this area here, circled in purple. This area, you have to go here for a side mission for a lady that wants you to kill a bunch of jabbers so she can open a bar in this area. And I play on Mayhem 6, and I frequently encountered like a lot of badass jabbers here that are dropping a lot of loot for this event. So that's another really good area if you want something else besides these main these main 5 areas circled in green here. You can go for these bonus areas in purple. So that's one. This area circled in purple here, that's really good. There's a lot of badass jabbers there. And then also this next area circled in purple that I just put up. This whole area up here is filled chock full of Saurians. There's a lot of badass Saurians and a lot of really tough Saurians up there that will drop a decent amount of loot too. So if you don't want to just hit up the bandit camps, you can hit up those 2 locations too. And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up for Floodmore Basin. If you use this farming route, or if you have a better one of your own, let me know down in the comments. And yeah, that wraps it up for Floodmore Basin. Let's check out the next location. Alright, the next location is the Anvil, and the Anvil is dropping legendary submachine guns like crazy right now. And for specific locations, honestly, the Anvil is such a straightforward map, you might as well just run through the whole map. There's tons of bandits like right around here. It's basically the whole thing's just chock full of bandits, and it's pretty much a straight line essentially. There's not too much deviation, so just run through the whole map, loot up as much legendary submachine guns as you can before the event's over. Let's move on to the next location. Alright, so here we are in Jacob's Estate, which is dropping legendary assault rifles and shields. So you kind of have 2 halves to the map here. You have this half, and you have the actual mansion half. So the quickest farm for this would probably be just to take out these main areas right next to the drop pod right here, because these are all just bandits, just tons of bandits in their bandit camps and whatnot. That's probably the quickest. But then if you want just the most bang for your buck, I guess you could run through the actual mansion itself, which is pretty linear, just one direction, but there's tons and tons of enemies throughout it, so you're guaranteed to get some really good shields and assault rifles. Let's move on to the next place. Alright, so the next area is Voracious Canopy, and the Voracious Canopy is dropping legendary sniper rifles like crazy right now. So for farming, this map's kind of small, so you kind of only have like 2 halves to the map. You have this whole area where you go through and fight Genevieve, I believe, the whole ship right here. And then you have the Jabber Mogwai and some wildlife around here, and then you have this big giant area that's chock full of jabbers. Now this is the area I would recommend farming for this event. If you're trying to get legendary snipers, right here's where you want to go, because I don't even bother with this whole area. It just seems like, I'm sure there's tons of badasses around in here, but for the quickest, easiest farm, this area for me is definitely the best. So just start right here at the drop pod and just go left all the way up. There's a save station right here if you want to farm the Jabber Mogwai, which is right here, or you can just head straight up here, which is what I would recommend. Head straight up here, and there's another save point right about here, and you can just exit the game, and when you load back into the game, you'll be right here. And I've gotten like 6-7 Jabber badasses at a time in here, and they drop a crazy amount of legendaries. So I'll put a little clip in of farming some legendaries there, but you can just exit out and you're literally like 10 feet away from just more jabber badasses every time you load the game back in, and you're just gonna get a shit ton of legendary sniper rifles if you use this farm location. So that's definitely the best location for farming this event on Voracious Canopy, in my opinion. After you check out the little clip of me farming that, let's move on to the next location. Alright, so we're here at Voracious Canopy. I just wanted to show you this farm location, but it's getting a little fucking bumping right here right quick as I'm trying to start the video, so let me just get into the map for a second. Right where I am right here is right where the save station is, like I said, so you can just exit out literally and you're right here. And yeah, badass. More jabbers. More badass jabber, another badass jabber.
You there, how are your last breaths going?
This area is pretty bumping with the badasses, and this is a... Okay, so we're here in the next location, the Ambermire, I guess is how you would say it, because it's a swamp, so Ambermire. As you can see, this map's kind of just like Spaghetti Junction. There's just shit going on all over the place. You got a spawn point. If you've gotten far enough in the story, which I'm assuming most people have, there's a spawn point here, Rogue's Hollow, right in the middle of the map. I would recommend spawning there, and the quickest farm for this is probably, you spawn literally right here, and you just go up, around, and this whole area right here is full of bandits. And it's really close and really easy to get to, so that's probably the quickest farm. The other most bandit dense places are right here around this radio tower right here. This is a good bandit supply, and this area down here is a good bandit supply as well, and I'm sure there's bandits sprinkled pretty much throughout the entire map, but for the most bandit rich areas is these three areas right here, and down here. So I guess just pick your poison, which area you want to go for. This is the quickest, so I'd recommend going for this. And the Ambermire is dropping legendary shotguns and grenades. So if you want some legendary shotguns or grenades, make sure you hit up the Ambermire and farm some up. Let's take a look at the next location. Alright, so the last location is Black Barrel Cellars, and Black Barrel Cellars is dropping legendary rocket launchers and artifacts right now. So if you need any of those, go farm some. And again, kind of like the Anvil and like Jacob's Estate, some of the other maps, this is a really small map and it's super linear. So basically just run through the whole map. I mean, there's no real specific area, just run through it because you can kind of only go one way. And it's such a small map, just run through the map, kill everything, and you're definitely going to get a lot of grenade mods and rocket launchers to drop. Keep in mind, if a legendary weapon only drops from a certain enemy, and it can't drop as a world drop, then it won't randomly drop. So you can't farm this area for the yellow cake. The yellow cake won't just randomly drop in here. If you're trying to get yellow cake, you have to farm the mini bosses from the Revenge of the Cartel, so things like that. If a legendary drops from a specific person but can also drop as a world drop, then it definitely can, as long as it can spawn as a world drop, then it can spawn with this Loot the Universe event. But if it requires a specific enemy to be killed and you can't get it from anywhere else, then obviously it won't drop in this Loot the Universe event. So I just wanted to make that clear real quick. But yeah, Black Barrel Cellars, just run through the whole thing and you're guaranteed to get a ton of legendaries. And the last location in EDEN-6 is the Floating Tomb, but like I said at the beginning of the video, the Floating Tomb is a boss map and the only enemy on it is a boss, and he's just gonna drop random assorted legendaries. It's not gonna work the same way with the event as it works on other parts of the map. So that about wraps it up for this video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Let me know if you used any of these farming locations, or if you have your own farming locations that are better, or just if you have your own, leave them down in the comments. And yeah, have a good one, guys. I'm gonna call the video here. Till the next one. Peace.